Here is what we learned after having sent 100,000 DMs on Instagram and Facebook. Today we are revealing everything to you, especially at the end of the video where I'm going to give you some golden tips. So be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Socials are a wonderful way to acquire new clients. Either it's about content creation but also direct messages. Because content creation can take a long time before you really start earning money, whereas DMs can make you profitable right now. For example, on this particular Instagram account, we got 19 replies in less than 8 hours. And this was only using an automated tool. It's not even us who are working to get these replies. So be sure to watch all the tips I'm going to give you. You just need to put in the numbers. And of course, to follow up with your leads. This is a crucial point, but we will not be discussing it today. So what is a good DM? I mean, this is certainly a DM where people reply you, but also where people buy at the end of the day. This is a very important element. Targeting plus message content equals the key. And let's face it, if we send DM, it's not for fun, but to sell something. And we will sell only if we have targeted the right people. That means someone who is qualified for our services. So we really need to do sniper targeting regarding to who we send messages. If not, we will probably sell nothing. And we do that by filtering as much as we can the leads, choosing the right hashtag or account to find them, and using low of number by sending as many DMs as you can every day. As it's not the goal of this video to explain how to find qualified leads, I will pass the explanations for this video. So considering you have targeted the right people that actually need your products or services, we need to send them the right DM to get a reply. So right now we have two different approaches. We can try to send them a very non-commercial DM just to break the ice, to get as many replies as we can. It's a good thing to create conversations with people and qualify as many as possible. But it requires time, okay? You need to be sure to have at least 2 to 3 hours every day to work on this specific task. If you do it well, you will eventually get a lot of sales per month. Or the second method is to try to send a very commercial DM which will be explaining what you're offering. And here you will reduce the amount of replies, but those who will reply will be very likely to buy. So the conversation will go straight to the point in that case, but you will need to justify your approach. Law of numbers applies even more here, because we actually need to compensate the small percentage of replies. So let's go explaining the first case. We have sent this message to a lot of people. Hey name, just seen you were into the space of, can I ask you a question? This single message got between 10 to 40% reply rate. But what we have noticed is that the reply rate increased when we add a personalized compliment instead of the first part. The problem is you need to make researches about your lead, and that can take you a lot of time. The worst part is if you take time to make researches about your lead and you never get any reply, you will end up very angry. So the best is to make the compliment after getting their first reply. So like that, you only lose time for people who replied, and that's a lot of time which is gained.
And if you want to gain a ton of time, you can use our solution, which is Instantflow. It's a software that will help you leverage your socials by automating the most boring parts. So you can write DMs every day in autopilot. Like right now, look, it is writing for me the message, but it can do so much more. You can sniper targeting using account, hashtag, post, or your own list of contacts. Then you can put session tags and set up everything as you want. And the best part is the back office tab. You have a full back office where every lead is listed. So for example, you can see that on this account, I get 150 cold leads. I can also automate my follow-up to message again these leads. I just have to choose my message template and click on start. There is so much more that I could talk about, but the best for you is to try our free plan. There is no credit card required. You have nothing to lose. So don't hesitate to try it today.
So now that we've seen the first message, let's see some variations that you can use depending on your style. You can directly ask straight to the point. Hey name, may I ask you a question? As it's very direct, a lot of people will reply, yeah, for sure. And at this moment, you will have to find something to ask about your lead. So you can switch the conversation to your offer. Another variation that you can ask is, hey name, I saw you were in the space of, is that correct? Here you try to get a first yes to redirect to your services then. Of course it has to be subtle. You really need to converse to qualify them, as well as giving value and free chips. Now let's jump on the second type of message. The very direct approach that explains who we are, what we do, and what we have to offer. This is even more important here to target the right audience, because you will literally have 0 replies if you don't. So the first message I'm going to reveal you comes from Alex Hormozi himself. We tried it and got very good feedbacks. Here is the structure. Hi name, make the first personalized compliment. We help your niche to accomplish your niche dream in a certain time, which is of course reduced without the effort required to get what they want. And this without even, you put your guarantee here. If you're not against it, I can send you the infos. Actually, only the 2 first variables need to be personalized here. The rest can really remain the same every time, but each field depends of your niche and offer. This is very direct, I have to admit it, but it works really well if the compliment is sincere. When a person replies you, again, try to reply under 5 minutes if you can. It's a method to triple your sales. Yeah, only that. And I will give you another tip. You can like a lot of their posts and send emojis in some of their stories. So like that, your leads will feel in depth. This is a law of reciprocity. Once you've sent this message and got the reply, send a Loom or your landing page directly. And very important, ask them to get back to you once they've seen the explanation. You have to follow up and get their reply back. If not, keep following up and pushing them to come back to you. This is very important because most of the people will not look at the first place. It's a real effort to do it, so they need to be pushed. I have to say a last thing. If you really want to scale on socials, you will need at a moment to delegate some parts. For example, in our case, we have tens of accounts running every day using Instantflow. These accounts send DMs all the day. And what you can do is to use a proxy manager tool to give access to your VAs to the accounts. So like that, they can qualify the leads for you. Of course, it's only if you can afford it. At first, you will need to do this job by yourself. But as soon as you can do it, delegate this part to qualified VAs or appointment setters, because it will save you a ton of time that you will be able to invest in more important parts of your business. So this was our free message blueprint to how to DM people on socials. Hope you enjoyed the video and got value from it. If you want to check our step-by-step course on how to get clients on Instagram, be sure to check our previous video. And don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos like this. Cheers!